Hello, Sagittarius. Right. I'm doing the new moon in Capricorn to the full moon in Cancer, just generally, or it can resonate whenever. And I've been taking too long doing each of them. So, oh, four are watching already. Hello. Please like the video when you come in. So we're going to try and hurry this along, right? And I'm pinning the links if anybody wants well, you could have it tonight. I have got the energy to do it tonight, but if anybody wants a free card that hasn't had one tonight, you can let me know. You can let me know in the comments after if you want a free card the next time I'm on. Just know that obviously it's Christmas. I might leave it out, not too long, but I might not be back for a while. But I'll do it. I'll put you on a list. Yeah. Either for the free card or obviously if you've paid for the other ones. Right, so I've pinned that link there, and hello again, Charlotte, for your rising. Right, I'm putting a timer on for 10 minutes because 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60. If I stick to 10 minutes each, I can be off of here in an hour. And I'm not expecting you to stay up till 3:30 in the morning, but I'm fucking determined, right? Because people might be like, "Oh, are you fucking crazy?" But it's like, not seriously. I'd rather just get it done. Do you know what I mean? And then I don't need to do it tomorrow. I don't need to do it tomorrow anyway, but I don't want to leave big gaps. So anyway, blah blah blah. What have we got for Sagittarius? That was so funny that we fell down the deep well of Scorpio. But again, that they were literally embodying what happens in a session with me. You know what I mean? Or never mind a session. That's what you stand on fucking drunken nights out, or giving mediumship in the street, or what happens, when you go, after a night out, it's, whenever I've been at house parties, yeah, you've no idea the kind of way that people fucking open up to me. It's intense. And that is why I really had no choice but to become a therapist and have therapy for myself for the amount of shit that people tell me. And I can handle it. And not many people can handle the deep, dark stuff, but I can. I literally came here to handle it. And I came here to lead a lot of people through the darkness to the light, which is what is happening right now. Right, so Sagittarius, God is your source. Everything you need is supplied by the infinite source of God, and your faith opens a doorway to receive. In God, there is no lack or limitation. Rather, there is plenty of abundance for all to share. This again, it's like they're all just continuing from what I've been channeling tonight, that it's like a personal journey, you know what I mean? But when you get in that energy and you learn what works for you, just rinse and repeat. I was going to say best conversations like that, the amount of late night conversations I've had with random people, yeah. And again, it's because you've got your Mars is definitely going to do that as well. But what you would need to, like me, just be careful of is that you don't allow too much of it to happen, because that's when we can burn out, which does happen, doesn't it, for both of us? Right. Know your limits. I think that is the lesson. The answers you need are coming. God, this one's coming out loads tonight. Yeah, the answers you need are coming, Sagittarius. And the energy is gaining momentum. Oh, where's the other deck? Oh shit. I don't know where I put it. Oh well. Right. Give us a word for the divine feminines. They just pull me up to the star. So again, I'm feeling being given the same message I've already given for another sign. You are the star leading your divine masculine on his awakening, because I've pulled the word awakening. So it's part of your awakening, your further spiritual awakening process. But by you shining your light, because they pulled me to shine, it's helping your masculine out of the darkness. And it doesn't mean that you won't be going through your own darkness. And again, even if that's just you missing them, but again, it's really hard to put all this shit into words sometimes, you know, and it's like that when I'm saying it's hard to put into words, because we all know I can fucking find the words. It's because it's how you're feeling or it's how your twin's feeling. But it's like there's something here about you being quite rebellious as well as helping them be who they really are. Because I've pulled obedience for the divine masculine. So again, that came through before too, but it's about, yeah, you've been taught to play by the rules, but maybe the rules were wrong. Wow, that's deep. I don't know who that's for, but that's going to mean something. Sister brotherhood, like hug each other's back. Now, for some people, that may be in the physical, but for others, that's just energetically know that you're guiding each other. Oh, that's what I was talking about. When I was talking about missing them, you'll get to a point where there's like a calmness with it, and it doesn't mean you don't still miss them, but you just understand that it's like however I channeled it earlier, and then when you said that about being neutral, Michelle, it's like you've got to do enough self concept work and confidence and self-love, like be so strong in yourself that well, I'm going to say the annoying thing that twin flame people say, but it is true that there is no separation. And that's where I've even been here, like, there is a fucking separation. They're not here. But it's like, that's what's keeping them not here. That's really deep, but it's true. That's what's keeping them not here, along with the whole timing thing that I say all the time too, that it's divine timing. And I truly do believe there's waves of unions that are not allowed to happen until it's allowed to happen by the divine. And until then, whatever needs to get in the way to stop it from happening will happen, you know. Because twin flames are here to raise the consciousness of the planet. So there's a lot of energy stopping you. And they'll work through anyone, they'll work through your loved ones. So just be aware. And again, that's why, you know, it's not exactly a nice feeling, but the more this channel grows, there'll be people that won't like me. 100% they won't. But then you've got to be discerning about, do they not like me because I'm telling the truth? Or do they not like me because I'm whatever else? You know what I mean? It's like, because some people lean a lot towards be positive, be positive, be positive, but that can fall into toxic positivity, or that might be a bit so strong for some, but it's kind of like, yeah, what I'm saying is it's just interesting. Yeah, I see it all the time. But again, this is what I mean. You've got to make up your own mind. Depends how deep you know, it depends. You've got people that listen to me and you tune into me, and then you might have a few people that it makes sense to you. But what I'm saying is that I'm specifically meaning when it comes to things like spell work and spiritual warfare and like the psychic attack and all that, like, you either get that is a real thing, but you don't let it stop you and you shine your light, right? And you protect your energy and all that shit too. Or you've got people that are in a camp of don't believe in that at all. And that's where I'm saying that's kind of dangerous because it is naive. But sometimes it can be, you know, it just depends. It really depends on what your soul came in here to experience. Because I've definitely witnessed before people that are really positive and really in a high vibration. And it's what works for them. But if you're so in that yourself, and then you meet somebody that does experience a lot of darkness and pain and helps people like that, you could make the mistake of like kind of I've had this, and actually I am speaking from past experience. So yeah, it's like I've had that happen before where I've went to different people, healers or readers, to tune into things, and I've not said anything. And I've had ones that instantly pick up on the same as what I do, right? They're like, whoa, like there's some serious work being done on you, as in like voodoo curses, felt like, you know what I'm saying? And I'm like, yep, they know what they're talking about, they're tuning in. And then in the same breath, I could have went to other people that it's like, ignore what you say about your experience, like as in my experience in this case, and would put it down to you being, in fear if you're talking about stuff like that. Whereas that's simply not, it's not accurate. Like there's a difference, there's things that I'm fucking deeply afraid of, right? But it ain't the dark, right? It's fucking annoying. And Christ, I'm not being funny. It'll be a whole chapter in my book, the shit that has been thrown at me the past month. And it's been more than the fucking flu, let me tell you that. It's kind of, it's just actually make me laugh because I just transmute it with the laughter. But it's annoyances. That's what spell it. It's annoyances and it's things to slow you down. And but you laugh in the face of darkness. Do you know what I mean? So again, I don't know why that's so interesting, but I must have went into that for a reason. Just I feel that's for people to be aware of, that definitely people that are of a similar. Now, I'd imagine most people, again, unless you are somebody that is watching for your different reasons of not liking me or something, or being a nosy fucker. And again, anyone that's doing that at 2:30 in the fucking morning or whatever time it is, you know what I mean? Find a hobby with love. Or find another hobby. But do you know what I'm saying? It's kind of like, but definitely I feel that message specifically is for people that go through similar to me. If someone isn't getting it, the kind of stuff that you go through on your journey, find someone that does get it. And I suppose they're getting me to say it, that I do get that stuff because it happens to me and it happens to my clients, right? And other people that don't experience the darkness like that will attract other people that don't experience the same. But it doesn't mean that one is more true than the other. That's a good way to put it. But they are, again, I don't really like their shit because they have been saying that to me as well. That it's like, yeah, it's kind of like, right, you know what they're saying to me? It's kind of like when I've seen before, they've led me to things where like I will notice where anyone that I have been led to listen to about any sort of topic, 100% is not awake to the darkness in the world, as in people that were, again, mourning certain people that die, that I know that were bad fucking people. Yes, and I know we live in a world of duality and all that kind of shit and stuff, but when people are doing stuff to kids that isn't right, you know what I'm saying? It's that kind of baffles me sometimes, and I'm like, well, but then you have to go to a place of compassion and that they're actually not as awake as what they think they are. You know what I mean? And then, all right, this is so interesting that they're talking about. Well, it's interesting to me. What they're saying to me is it's like, because I can go through, like, not only can I go through spiritual warfare and spiritual attack of the dark energies, but then I can also experience where people can get me wrong actually at first, and then have to circle back. And it's not always like dramatic, like what I just made it sound, but it does happen quite a lot, and it's something that's really difficult actually. Like to the point where actually when I'm saying that, I'm like, fuck, I think we'd be talking about it anymore. But it is difficult. And it's not within my control, and it's more about it's where someone's not willing to accept the darkness. It's quite interesting actually, because I've actually got a teacup coming to a living room near you, but I've got a teacup coming soon, and it's got something written about the darkness and the stars or something. It's something about like the stars can't shine by the darkness, right? And it's going to be good. I feel like it's going to look good when the camera's facing down. but it's true. You know what I mean? It's like I am in a high vibe angelic vibration, which is why it comes through all the time whenever somebody reads me. Unless I might add, if my energy was really low and I was under a lot of spiritual attack. But even when my energy is really high, by the way, it always gets mentioned about how many people are jealous, how many, it just always gets, and it's fucking draining, but it just always gets said. But then it's good because I can, it affirms that I'm not fucking I know I'm not imagining it, but it's just, you know what I mean? Yeah, whatever that means to people. But right, Sagittarius. Let's see if this is going to tie with what I was just saying. Choose who you're becoming. Yeah, I knew it would. So with me saying all of that, it's like you get to make a choice every time whenever somebody treats you, like whether it's a karmic treating you badly, you can hang around for the treatment and keep seeing how that works out for you, or you can recognize that you deserve better. And again, I've been there. I've been there taking the same treatment year after year after year. In loads of different areas of life, by the way, actually. Like, yeah, in loads of different areas of life, I've took that with different people until I've got sick of it and I saw my own worth and I put my boundaries. Um, but you can also, with what I was describing there, like I could take what I know is my real experience and be like, oh fuck, I'm definitely not going to be on YouTube and I'm definitely not going to do things that are going to attract attention. And I could just hide away and I could go and, do something else for a living, right? And not follow my calling. Because lots of people do that. Or I could just be like, right, I'm going to make this work for me. I'm going to do what I was born to do. And I'm going to shine my fucking light anyway, knowing that there's people like that out there trying to stop me. And I'm going to have fun with it. You know what I mean? And I'm going to get tired sometimes from what comes my way, and even just what comes my way in my own doing when I overdo it. And but you know what I mean? Choose who you're becoming. Are you going to be somebody that bows down to the darkness, or are you going to be somebody that faces it? Whether that's your own fear or the people that are going against you. And for some of you, it's both. But you get to choose. Well, that was really deep. There might be something about the 7th of January that's significant there because they're pulling me to wait a minute. I wonder if that's the full moon because oh my god. We just knew it was going to be. I could feel it was. It is. That is the full moon. 7th of January is the full moon. So there you go. But I can't remember what I was saying now, so I'll watch it back. But it's like the 7th of January is significant because it's the full moon in Cancer. It's significant for having realizations about prosperity sisters or happiness and joy. You get to decide what makes you happy and what brings you joy. And if it's along the lines of what I was channeling there, that you're just trying to be happy and be in your joy and help people, and you've got shit coming left, right, and centre at you, and it's nothing to do with negative thinking or attracts like, yeah, that these things are real as well. But sometimes it's just who you are and what you're here to do. And again, that's where we go deep into astrology. And it's quite interesting because whatever I just said there about bowing down the darkness, that's got a lot to do with that Aldebaran thing. It's like, oh god, wait a minute, I'm gonna have to it's conjunct the Yeah, it's like the warrior basement. The fiery eye of the bull is one of the more prominent stars in the autumn winter sky. Oh, that's just telling me the. It's basically, are you gonna like be a warrior of light, or are you gonna cower away and hide and fade into the background? And I know which one I am. I'm one of God's warriors. Right, okay. So that does nail it. Though. I'll talk more about it tomorrow when I remind myself finds what I was looking for there. Right. So freedom and greatness belong to those who master their day. Yeah. So again, that does tie in, whether people see that or not, it does tie into what we're saying. It's like, are you going to let the dark energies out there, whether it be one person, 10 people, like this is what I was channeling in the one that I done yesterday. It could be people that you're aware of, that you know well from from wherever. Or it could be people that you've seen and you don't know very well, or it could be people you don't fucking know at all. Who cares? And you might care, but don't care enough to let it stop you. Because freedom and greatness belong to those who master their day, and don't let things like that stop them. There is light all around. There is much to be grateful for in this seemingly dark world. So all we must do is pull our gaze from the shadow and look to the ocean of divine light and grace in which we're blessed to live. Yeah, and I do get it. I love that that just came out, because that's kind of like what I'm trying to say. It's like, I'm somebody that I would have many, many reasons that I could fall too much into that darkness and be a completely different person, basically. Time's up, apparently. But I don't choose to do that. I just don't choose to do that, because I know that it's like, and that's why I've got a lot of empathy and patience for people that are in victim mode, right? Because I've been that person and I could still go into that, but I don't tend to be in it for long. Depends what it is. Sometimes I could be in it for, usually my limit is like a whole day, and then I'll pull myself. This is really listen, if somebody dies, I'm fucking out the game for weeks, right? Or, that doesn't sound like long, but you know what I mean, like month. But it's, yeah, that's a different story. But we're not fucking bringing that on anything. But it's different people's soul's journey. So just be aware of that. I just feel they're really strongly getting me to emphasize that be careful when you come across people that are so in the light that it's almost like they've forgotten that darkness exists, and then they can diminish your experience. Whoa, that's really fucking deep, but it's true. Release. And it's just, I think what's more important about that is if it's somebody that's in a place of power, or you look up to them, or they've helped you in some sort of way. Because it's why I said that earlier, what I posted. Like, there's people I've helped along the years in some small way or a big way, and I'm not exactly going to be fucking best pals with everyone, right? And even people that are wrong me, because there's a lot of fucking people that have done that over the years too. I let it all go. Like, I'm an Aries. Do you know what I mean? It's like, there's no point holding on to it. There's loads of people that have fucked me over. Do you know what I mean? But let it go. It's not worth it for your own happiness. Okay, wow. Okay, right. What do we need? I'm being drawn to the tarot now, and then we'll end this, because I was meant to be fucking making them 10 minutes, but it's whatever. It is what it is. Yeah, pause for a different perspective. I've pulled the Hangman. Three of Pentacles, because it's not, as in reverse, it's not time to be, oh, how interesting. Look, that's like groups and stuff, is it right? It's not actually time to be working with others. It's like a bit of a time to be retreating and pausing for a bit of reflection alone, actually. And not holding back, because that's not holding back what you know, because that is basically, again, if anyone's really connecting with this, I feel you do need to watch the one that I done yesterday, because that is what they're basically saying to me, they're preparing, it's already happening, and they're preparing me for it for when it happens more, that it's like, your way is not for everyone, and because of what I'm here to talk about, it's there's going to be pushback. It's going to be interesting what that looks like, and I'm not manifesting it, but do you know what I mean? It's just, but when you know yourself and you know that you're of integrity, then that shouldn't shake you. It might, upset you a little bit or whatever, depending on what it is, but it shouldn't stop you from helping people, and they know that in the way that you're here to help them. Anyway, whatever that means to anyone. Right, I think I've pulled all the decks that meant it, so I'm going to go and I'm going to do Leo next. Oh, interesting. That is about peacocking it and shining bright.